depends how you're feeling. So the next technique I'm going to show you is called the spinous push. Although I think this is misnamed, because truly what it should be named is the spinous stabilization. We're not actually pushing on the spinous process, we're stabilizing it and moving all the rest. That's what we're doing. So if you can understand that this is actually a misnamed thing, that we're actually stabilizing the spinous process, you're going to get the mechanics to this. Okay, so again, type 4. We've got a type 4 fixation. So the multifidus muscles in spasm. What we'd be doing is we'd be lying our patients down, lesion side up. So in the sideline position, just like the same sideline position I showed you guys last week, the lateral recumbent position where if that guy has a foot, it would be straight. And then, oh shoot. Okay, and this knee would be bent and tucked behind the popliteal fossa. I'll do it in a real person. Okay, I just want you to understand the mechanics here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be lying our patients down so that it's lesion side up. Lesion side up. Okay? Lesion side up. Oh. This guy's falling apart. I don't even know what that is. Oh, geez, it's a disc. How did it come out from the hole? The hole is... Anyway. Lesion side up, okay? Lesion side up. The idea is with a reinforced middle finger contact, I'm going to be going down onto the laminar junction of the spinous process that's elevated. So I'm already starting to try to rotate it down. The rest of my hand and forearm is going to rest across the gluteus medius, and eventually what I'm going to be doing is, maybe this is not the greatest. Okay, so here's a posterior view of the spinous processes. Here's the spinous process that is elevated. I'm going to be putting a middle finger contact on it, using my stabilization powers here and my torquing powers here. What I'm going to be doing is holding this spinous process in place while I torque the rest of the hips towards me, bringing everything else in place before I finish with a stabilization to keep it there. Okay, so I'm stabilizing this one, bringing all the rest to me, and a little bit of an oomph to keep it there. That's the general idea of what this is. Maybe I shouldn't be torquing this guy anymore. Okay, so I'm going to need somebody to assist me in the demonstration of the spinous push. Thanks, Alex. Okay. Okay, I'll need you to lie on your side facing me. So I've motion palpated Alex already. I know where it is, but now I forgot where it is, where the type 4 fixation is. I'm lying him so that he's lesion side up. So the idea is if I'm going to be challenging by pressing down, the one that feels hard to my fingers when I push down is the one that I have to set up with. Okay? But first let's get him into a good lying position. So bottom leg is straight, top leg is going to be bent, tucked behind the popliteal fossa. I want this leg to be parallel to the floor with the knee pointing to the opposite wall, just like how I showed you guys last week. You're going to come a little closer to me, because you need to have this leg as a lever. You're going to just grab onto me. You're going to twist a little, 1, 2, 3, twist. Okay, and you're going to hold, and you're going to hold. Everything looks very similar to what we did last week so far. Okay, and stabilize. Okay, now, I'm going to find tender.
Sure.
No, I'm asking. Seriously.
No. Yes.
Okay. L2. L2 is subluxated. It is PR. So we've got to get it back to neutral. So I'm putting a reinforced middle finger contact right onto the laminar junction of the spinous process. Notice how my fingers are bent. They're slightly bent. I need that on purpose because later on I'm going to have to straighten them to do this adjustment. Okay. I can use thigh to thigh or knee to knee here personally. I like knee to knee better than thigh to thigh because my pelvis is going to get in the way of my thrust, I find, for thigh to thigh. So I like knee to knee. So knee on top of the knee. You can use breath in and breath out here to relax your patient. Generally speaking, I do because a lot of people are tense about this. On the breath out, what I will be doing is a couple of things. I'm going to be holding that spinous process down, just stabilizing it while I do a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to be bringing my knee down, 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 down toward the floor to start torquing the pelvis towards me. When I torque the pelvis towards me, the other spinous processes are going to come toward me too. Like this. Now at the same time as I'm doing that, I'm also going to be drawing my arm into my ASIS, but I'm going to keep my finger there. That's why I need to straighten that out later. So I'm like this. Okay, I'm ready to adjust here. So I started off like this, straightened everything up. My sternum came right over the contact site. You saw how I sort of moved over, so I'm right over the contact site. The adjustment is going to be three things. Two things. Three things. It is going to be a bow, bringing your arm, it's like your arm is connected with your chest. That would be the push part. You're not pushing down like this, it's just the bow. At the same time, this is going to be a little weird, as you're bringing your elbow into your hip. Why? Because it's going to help with hip torsion. So as you're bowing, you're actually assisting with hip torsion the opposite way. So you're doing this at the same time as you kickstart the motorcycle. Okay? But the idea is that by doing the adjustment, you bring everything into proper place. Mechanics make sense? Okay, breathe in.